Alice's ping issues and packet loss and all that, to the point where one of the Russian casters tweeted that Chalice was giving shared control of his necro creeps to his teammates, which Mo, you said in the break, like, if you're lagging that bad, like,
sure,
you got to do. Yeah,
why
sure.
not?
Like, go for
Give
it.
control of your hero as well. Just makes it more fun. And two people fighting for the same hero makes it really exciting. Because then if one of them misses a hook shot, you can't even blame somebody because nobody knows who it was.
You've got that excuse. Get away with it.
They just banned Viper and Centaur first two. Ori, by the way, in the Viper's last game, took part in 28 out of his team's 31 kills. So, Jesus. As a Viper, like, that's insane.
Did we get a Timber ban last game?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we did. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Ori on that Viper was crazy. Wow. By the way, he played so well.
Yeah, he was everywhere. I don't even know if he was everywhere. And like early on too, he was everywhere. Like I wasn't really expecting that kind of mobility from him.
Yeah, my favorite part was when he ganked mid at level 4. That was great, just to swap the lanes up. Because if you're doing these lane swaps and you get kills every single time you do them, like, you do pull ahead. I wonder, I mean, Lich is the only POS 5 in the pool that I think really stands out for me here still at the moment. So if it gets let through, I think either of these teams will just snap it up instantly. Shaker's still in the pool, Tusk is as well for LGD here. So Rubik. FY could be given Rubik as well. I think the FY, Tusk and the Shaker have been better this tournament for their team. I don't mean in terms of individual skill, but for what they offer. Oh, the Timber ban.
There it is. So still yet to get picked. Has only not been banned in 2 games. Putting him at a record of 0 picks, 36 bans. Cool. Oh, not actually. He hasn't just missed 2 games because Ember has been picked in 27 and banned in 16, and he's only part of 91% of the games. I guess Timber's gone down to 77%. It was much higher.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's been ignored a little bit recently. We just haven't noticed. Pangolier first pick. I think that's Old 11's the Pango player for LGD, right?
Yes, sometimes. But then FY definitely plays Pango as well. Like, I've seen him play it before. And this DK gets let through now. I think it got banned out in the second phase last time. I was really surprised it got as far as it did. But Vici love this hero. This is like a hero they're super confident on. I wonder what they pair with it. This Lich is still in the pool, remember, if they want to go for it. But AA's still in the pool. And we've seen RNG play that combo well so far. And
I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. The Ancient Apparition DK has been a very popular lane, especially as of late. And that is just something where, if you're able to go, Dragon Tail and Dragon's Blood, that with the Cold Feet and a right click from Chilling Touch, you can definitely find yourself getting a couple of kills. But instead, they go to the Earthshaker, which is a flex pick. I mean, both picks technically are a flex pick because the DK could go mid, he could go safe lane, he can go off lane, and Earthshaker could go 3 or 4. I mean, I guess from what we've seen in this series, he can go 1.
Yeah, I was going to say as well that... okay, I get it. For Vici, though, I was wondering if they would consider picking the Tusk second as well instead of the Shaker, because they've really liked that hero as well, especially on PYW. But they go for the Shaker instead, which I don't mind too much. Ooh. We've seen the Phoenix with the DK once today, but we haven't seen it against yet. And again, I'm going to mention it, Sunray against these high HP heroes, the percentage damage that you get is really strong. So I don't mind this too much. And DK isn't really an egg hitter either, and neither Shaker. So I actually don't mind this pick at all. I think it's pretty good. you can pressure the DK in the laning stage because it doesn't really do anything to the Phoenix. And again, like if you play these heroes with your 3 and 4 on LGD, it doesn't matter if they pick AA now because they both have escapes as well, right? Especially when Phoenix gets level 2. But so it feels pretty good for LGD at the moment, I think. But Vici will be happy they got this DK, I think. And LGD banned the Morph. We've seen Morph Shaker once already this tournament. I don't want to ever see it again. Once was one too many times. So I assume Vici are going to look to pick up their 5 here next. And like we talked about, that Lich is still in the pool. AA is still in the pool. They could go for the Venge again if they really wanted to, but I don't know how much I like it. Maybe like a CM as well if they want to go for something a little bit less popular. Or Jakiro. Double Dragon. How do you beat that, actually?
It's a pretty strong lane.
Disruptor still in the pool as well, actually, which could be a really big one. Vici liked Disruptor, didn't they? That was something they played on. Was it them or was it somebody else? I know a few other teams have played it, but I can't remember if Vici was one of them or not. Maybe they weren't.
What I really want to know is if Chalice's ping is better. Because if his ping isn't better, do you risk moving, say, Somnus to safe lane, 11 to mid, or something along those lines? Do you try to change it up?
Possibly. I mean, we'll have to see, but I'd be pretty upset if I was an LGD fan here, because, yeah, like, especially with a series as hype as this, right, to then have it ruined by internet problems is such a shame, because this could have been really something quite spectacular. See the clock pause one again? That was hype. He's like, I promise it'll work this time, guys. Don't worry.
No, won't work. Stop that. Please.
They need to sort out the situation that they don't have any egg hitters on their team as well. And so, I'm not really sure.
If this becomes an offlane Earthshaker, they could go to the Mirana.
Yeah, they do go for the Lich, though. I think this is like more solid overall. It's like one of the only pos 5s left in the pool that actually makes sense. I mean, it's not an egg hitter, but it's still just a good hero overall. I'm pretty sure Vici valued this hero really highly in the first phase of another series as well, right? Didn't they put that on DY? Like, it was the first pick overall of their draft. So it's obviously something they know very well. LGE, though. I think this will be Chalice 3 Pango. Oh, sorry, Old 11 3 Pango, and then
Ooh, Witch Doctor, first pick of the tournament.
Yeah, so FY 4 Phoenix, 5 Witch Doctor. Yeah, like you say, first pick, actually. And this was the hero that I think I was most surprised hadn't been picked yet. Especially because DK is so popular. Like, that Maledict is really good against DK. And yeah, I'm surprised it's taken this long to be picked, to be honest. I rate this hero pretty highly.
This still sets up, like, I think Earthshaker is a 3.
Potentially, yeah, but they could play the DK as a 1 or a 3, like Ember as a 1 or a 2. Yeah, Shaker could play 4, 3. They could even play 2.
Yeah. Like,
they don't have to decide yet. That's the thing, right?
No, they don't. I'm just thinking more towards a 3. You need... I'm just thinking because of the Mirana. And I know that's kind of like focusing in on one potential. What do you do about this egg right now with these 4 heroes?
Yeah, correct. Ooh, nice. I like this pick. This is really good. When he gets the Ags online, I assume which I assume he'll go for. It's going to be really key here. Now, Ember's going to need to build a relatively early BKB to be able to survive that damage and silence that comes through. I do worry about they have a bit of a lack of damage at the moment on LGD, which I think is a small problem. But even so, I don't mind the Void Spirit. I'd love to see a Void Spirit Witch Doctor lane. That sounds sick. Imagine the damage that could come through in that lane.
Witch Doctor used to be a popular combination with the Faceless Void.
It's okay, but they have really good lockdown on Vici. Like all four of these heroes could stop him from jumping away. They have Dragon Tail, obviously Shaker has stuns, Sinister Gaze, and they have Chains as well on Ember. I don't think it's a great Void game, but it works well with the heroes that they have. It's not just Witch Doctor, it's the Phoenix as well. So it is possible.
I mean, just to get the Faceless Void, the combination you've got, Supernova, that ulti from Witch Doctor, I'm pretty sure you can Astral Step through the Chrono.
I don't know if it has the whole distance, but yeah, you could. If you arrive at the other side, then you can.
Yeah.
They need some like really big damage dealer here, I think, on LGD. So like Void's okay, but I think it's a lot slower than what LGD are used to picking and playing at the moment, right? Like look at all these heroes, like they want to just fight, right? On LGD. It gets to like this 15-minute mark and they just go. So I think they want to pick a carry that matches that tempo that they set at the moment. So maybe something like the Ursa might be okay here, I think, for LGD. They struggle to hit buildings, but I think their lanes are really strong then as well.
Isn't that another hero that could potentially just get kited out?
Yeah, possibly, but no, I don't think it's awful.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just have a lot to pick from their last hero. Like, they don't have any building damage. They don't really have any damage overall. Like, in terms of, like, physical, I mean. They don't have a great amount of lockdown either, to be honest. Maybe something like a Wraith King isn't awful.
Gyro.
Okay. I'm not sure I like this, but it's okay.
Gotta hope
it works well with the tempo
ping
game.
Is okay.
True. It works well with the tempo lineup that we talked about, though, right? Where it's 15, 20 minutes, they go. And Gyro's really good at that. Like second night in BKB, and you just fight. And it does hit towers relatively well. It's okay. Not amazing. I like this LGD lineup a lot more than last game, though. So that's, that's an upgrade.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's hard not to like this more than the last lineup when you've got Chalice Clockwork 1 and dealing with a lot of packet loss and ping issues and everything. Yeah. So certainly, yeah, I would say I like this as well.
Do we think they could play Storm?
Vici?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of Ori's best heroes. I'd love to see an Ori Storm.
I don't mean can Ori play Storm. I mean, can they play it this game? I mean, because, yeah, Ori's a great player, but I'm just thinking, like, it does... Ooh. Oh, okay. We've seen this once today already.
And it's mid this time.
Yeah, we've talked about how this Gyrocopter is all of their damage, right? And if he gets linked up and dies, it feels very much similar to the RNGE home game earlier, where the troll just kept getting linked, and then they just didn't do any damage in fights. Gyro's a little bit better because he has the magic damage that can come through from Rocket Barrage and things still. But like they really lack physical damage if Chalice ever gets linked up. And it does really well against Void Spirit in the laning stage. Because I'm pretty sure even if you dissimulate, it doesn't break the link straight away. So, and I think Ori's he's really good at these kind of heroes, right, that play tempo, like the DKs, the Razors. Like Lena used to be another big one of his. Not so much at the moment, but I really enjoy watching him play these really strong laning, like really early tempo cores. Ooh. Yeah, I like Vici Gaming's draft as well. But I think if LGD can get the ball rolling, they do have a lot of magic damage for early on. So if they take these early team fights before the BKBs come online, they could start to snowball ahead here.
If PYW can even land as many amazing fissures that Faith Beyond did in the previous Earthshaker game, though, like, doesn't that potentially, like, I see PYW going mid a bunch. Obviously, Somnus does have that dissimulate, as well as the Aether Remnant, but is he still safe in that situation?
Yeah, he should be okay. I think maybe the Somnus. The problem is that it's not about the Shaker rotating in, it's about trying to lane up against the Razor, right?
Yeah.
It's not easy. And then when PYW comes in at all, if you've already used the Dissimulate because of something else, there is kill potential, but not a huge amount. It's more about the lane domination and making sure you get a good advantage in the CS for Ori. It's the old 11 Pango. He's got the rose in his mouth. He's ready to go.
For you, my dear.
Definitely not related to Puss in Boots at all.
Prepare for battle.
That would have been quite the cameo.
Yeah.
If, what is it, Antonio Banderas, who I believe is the voice of Puss in Boots, did the voice of Pangolier, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, not sure. I'm not really into the whole... I don't really watch a great amount of films, to be honest. It's not really like my thing. PYW's going to put a nice early ward down top lane. I'm surprised Chalice didn't come out quicker here to try and see them putting a ward down, but I guess he's a little bit afraid of the rotations coming through.
So now
they got the Maledict on him.
30 seconds to battle.
I think the question just becomes whether or not, good job getting the 50 gold there for DY, whether or not we're going to see Chalice have problems with his ping.
Yeah, true. It's fine. He presses E on gyrocopter, he takes his hands off the keyboard, and he's fine. Don't worry. Just A click. Hope for the best.
The battle begins.
They are chasing. Is PYW going to double block here, or is he going to just block the dire side?
Yeah, he'll block the dire side like we've normally seen, I think. Like, this DK doesn't want to lane against Gyro Witch Doctor in, like, where the creep equilibrium meets normally all the time. So PYW is going to have to be doing some shenanigans this game.
And there it is.
But this, like, what's the play against this, right? You can't do anything. Like, you can't stop him from doing what he wants to do. Oh.
And we miss immediately on the DK, but doesn't quite mind.
So PYW is probably going to... Is he going to pull the second wave here or not? No, he's okay. Just going to block the small camp.
So Void Spirit, he goes Resonant Pulse level 1. And then Aether Remnant level 2 doesn't actually take that Dissimulate.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Aether Remnant, you can secure last hits. So he has two ways of securing last hits now without having to deal damage, right? Which is exactly what you want against the Razor.
Oh, although Evan in trouble. Frost Shield won't catch him. He was looking for the Frostblast, but now they turn their attention on to FY. They'll take first blood bottom as DY gets the kill there with Eurus.
Yeah, this is the power of the lane, though, when you hit your level 2 first. Like, they've pushed the lane in really hard on Vici, and until FY gets level 2 on this Phoenix, he is really susceptible to dying. Like, without the dive, this Ember's taking Cypress Chains at level 1, right? And he just goes on you. What do you do as the Phoenix?
See the pressure that Ori's putting on to the Void Spirit, who's holding his own. Somnus 7-1 to the 5-4 of Ori. So a heap of denies there for Ori at the moment.
As well.
But
they're going to go on Yang here.
They'll try to get the DK Rocket Barrage with the Maledict. Yang taking a lot of damage. He goes the opposite direction, and I believe he survives. Yeah, the ticks aren't enough. And
level 1 level 1 Maledict's really weak. It's really not that great. When you hit level 3 on Witch Doctor and you have level 2 Maledict, it really starts to get a lot better. But in terms of level 1, it's pretty poor.
Bottom, DY does have enough mana for the Frost Shield, but they're not going to commit on the FY just yet. He's throwing down some Fire Spirits here onto Eurus, so it would certainly be difficult to get that kill. Backing away over towards top is Yang and PYW, but X-Nova... He's got Maledict, he's got the Cask. Just nothing else doing just yet.
The problem is X-Nova really wants to get level 3 himself, but he doesn't want to take too much XP away from Chalice. And I think when PYW cuts the wave here, X-Nova's going to realise...
Old 11 goes down to neutrals.
FY has no dive.
And FY still get chased. And
Chains in
just
one
moment till the Searing Chains. And they won't need a DY or Frost Blast him.
Oh, I forgot that DY was the expert in securing kills. Do you remember that Oracle game? And DY's just going to deny to neutrals as well.
Denies himself to the stack.
Might as well. PYW's just stacking waves, by the way, on the Shaker. Oh, the neutral creeps are going to aggro. But they don't hit the Shaker at all, unfortunately. He is too speedy with the boots. I'd really like to see that be changed, the way that neutrals aggro to creeps. Oh my god, Eurus dies in the... I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, and that's with DY out of the lane, but he TP's over mid, Aether Remnant, and now the Frost Shield, so Ori alive. X-Nova doesn't have anything left in the kit. He's already used that Paralyzing Cask as well as the Malefice. Good job there by DY to come over and salves up Ori.
Oh, gets cancelled though by Somnus. Really well played by him.
Static Link, Somnus on the run. Doesn't have any levels in Dissimulate right now, so giving up 94 damage to the Razor.
Yeah, like you can see Razor has 12 denies, 13 now in this lane already. So it's not fun for Somnus, but he is getting, you know, a decent amount done. He's not just, you know, falling over and dying. Are they going to play for the top bounty rune here? Shaker might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, they didn't get the Maledict
with
off
the
there.
homing missile coming in. This should just be a kill there for Chalice.
Sick cask though. Nice cask bounce.
DY too. He's also low and one more shot. Old 11 gets it off, but Eurus chasing, trying to get this kill here onto the Pangolier. Uses that wand, disarms him with Lucky Shot. Swashbuckles, slight, Searing Chains. Old 11. Oh, if he chases, he might just die to stop
he got
this.
Oh. That kill's massive for Somnus though. He's loving life with that. I mean, he gets solo XP from the kill. So, you know, he has a tough time mid, but he just walks spot, picks up a free kill with all the XP, and says, thank you very much.
Malefice and the cast thrown at Yang. Yang trying to survive. Dragon Tail's in. He's got the Frost Shield and the Frost Blast. Chalice?
DY?
Okay.
DY's just everywhere. If he gets another Frost Blast off here... Oh, he hasn't got a way to get through the trees.
Thanks.
And he just comes up and salves a different core? My god.
But he just... I don't know. I don't know why Chalice is running up on that. They might dive this tower.
Yeah, they want X-Nova. They have this big creep wave with the catapults as well. Where's this? Yeah, Razor's going to come up and link up with them as well.
DY. Frost Blast, Cask,
no.
Malefice, Frost Shield, and gets the kill. DY, a massive player. He'll lose his life, but value.
Or he really wanted to come and play up with the catapult wave up here, though, but he's not going to get it. Chalice might be in trouble, though.
They'll TP one over, but this is already a lot of damage here for Ori. Dragon Tail comes in as well as the Aether Remnant. Yang locked down for a moment. He's on the run with the Rocket Barrage. Breathe Fire comes out on all three of those heroes, but with the Malefice and the Rocket Barrage, once again, they'll get the kill onto Yang.
Ori rotation not really paying off there. In the meantime, FY is just getting loads of levels mid without even being contested. This Phoenix level 6 going to be coming online relatively soon. Game's going pretty well for LGD so far. This Razor's not had the impact I thought it would from the laning stage. But yeah, a lot of that comes down to his first rotation just not working out at all. And he might actually die here.
Yeah, Cass comes in, Astral Step, Aether Remnant, easy kill. DY rotates, so does PYW. And now they've got the Dragon Tail, Breathe Fire, Frost Blast, a lot of damage, and he's still got that Astral Step, so he survives.
I don't know why they thought that was going to be a kill there, I'll be honest. If he has an Astral Step up right, then it's... I know you can't tell, so maybe they thought he committed them all already, but...
It's a 1,000 net worth lead for LGD. I haven't really felt PYW's presence on this Earthshaker yet.
No, not really at all. You're right. But he doesn't really have lanes he can play with, right? Like, he can't really kill the Void Spirit mid like we talked about. Like, top lane he's laning with a DK. Like, this hero doesn't do anything in the laning stage. So his job was just to mess with the creeps top, like, and just manipulate the waves, which he did, but the lane didn't go as well as they'd have hoped. Ooh, Arcane Ring for PYW. It's like, thank God. Love it.
Certainly take it. Switching over to the net worth. Void Spirit's still behind the Razor, despite being a part of 3 kills. Although going back and forth, that's for sure. And sitting pretty close. Pango's leading the net worth overall. He's going Vlad's first. And then Eurus on this Ember Spirit Vessel. He's got the Faded Brooch. It's a good item, good tier 1 to start.
Yeah, best item for Somnus at the start, this Faded Brooch. I absolutely love that Chalice on this Gyro is going BKB first item, or he's got it queued up. We talked about how they have to play the tempo game with their cores before the Radiant cores get BKB themselves, because otherwise all this magic damage they have is going to be like completely wasted in team fights. And DY and PYW are top here as well. They really want to try and force this tower in. I think, yeah, Ori's going to start, I imagine, heading over. Unsure. But FY is really close to level 6 here, and he does have a TP up as well. So if they dive here top just as FY hits level 6, they could be in for a big shot with the Kakar. Old 11.
They've got the Fissure and Old 11. Ori with DYW and well. Eurus. They'll get the kill. Somnus here too for the 10-minute rune. DY dies up towards top. And Ori shows up. So looks over at Somnus, who doesn't have Dissimulate, but he does have the Astral Step. So
it's so much better for the Voice Spirit when he hits this level 6. I can just jump away.
Gets hit and Remnant forward. They've got the Fissure. Somnus taking a lot of damage.
Just dies.
Impulse, but Eurus is just dead. And this is going to be 3 for sure. Supernova goes off. They get the stun, and Vici, they play themselves.
It's sick by LGD. They're just rotating everybody in for these fights. Like, this is what I mean. That FY hits level 6 really quickly, and now he's level 7 after that fight as well without taking the tome. So that's going to free up X-Nova to take the tome. I assume it's coming out in the courier for him. Unsure, but yeah, the fact that Somnus just instantly gets out of that fight straight away, and Ember's already just taking all the damage because he jumped in with his Remnants. And look how not scared they are. They just want to run in. They want to cause chaos. He has Rolling Thunder on Pango.
So he jumped in with his Remnants and then got caught by a Remnant and a Resonant Pulse at the same time. That's not the best way to be dying here. And LGD with a much better look in this second game. That's for sure.
Like you said, though, it definitely can't be worse than last game. They had a tough one before, but they're definitely, showing what they're really made of here.
They get the kill on X-Nova, but they'll lose DY.
Good dodging from Ori here on the Rolling Thunder. But I think he might be in a bit of trouble.
Got themselves the Razor. Ori! He gets caught out in no man's land. By the way, I've been calling, just realized in chat, I've been calling Maledict Malefice.
Oh my god. Joe, I knew what it's called and I didn't even notice that you were calling it wrong.
I might have done it just once, but looked over at chat and I, took the 1K.
Oh no. You tanked it for the team, B-Cup, don't worry.
I've tried. I had to call myself out on it. Not going to get better unless I say it.
What is the caster talking about? You can target Void Spirit and see if he has steps left. If you're on the other team, I'm pretty sure you can't. It's the same with the leaps and things like that now. If you're on the same team, you can click him and check, but if he's on the other team, you can't see how many there are.
Smoke used.
Dire are scanning.
It's for Somnus and X-Nova. They're going to come bottom. They might be able to spot Eurus. However, they make a turn and they'll find DY instead. Sinister Gaze into the paralyzing cask as well as the maledict.
Well, if anyone's going to attack the gank, at least it was DY.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I love how active Somnus has been on this Void Spirit, by the way. Like, it wasn't about the lane for him. He just gets levels and he goes. Like, even that bot lane, when he went for the 10-minute room bot, like, and he just got level 6. It might have been the 5-minute room. I can't remember. But... And they see this ancient stack here, X-Nova. They really kind of want to take that away from them if they possibly can. And he's really close to BKB on Gyro as well. This is going to be a massive moment for LGD in the game.
Radiant's bottom tower
They can
is under
use that
attack.
BKB to good effect. And I think Ori's doing the right thing on the Razor by matching him and going BKB first as well. I don't think he
Radiant
has a choice, really.
structures are fortified.
And considering how his game's gone so far, if he'd have had a better start to the game, he might have gone for like a stat item first. But because he struggled a little bit, he has to go BKB to match the tempo of the Gyro.
Ooh, they might have caught Somnus here. Wow.
Ooh.
Become peace.
4 heroes come around to get the kill there onto the Void Spirit.
They chip
Jarrus
away at
getting
this
credit
mid
for that one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yang getting close to his blink as well, about 600 gold off. Means they can just instantly lock that Void Spirit down if they get on top of him. Going to help out their fights a lot if they can bring him down first.
Yang doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. His Elder Dragon form towards the back half of it. We'll just back up. Doesn't want to be involved with this fight just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
FY's getting chased by an Invis Flame Guard Eurus, but he just back off to farm.
In one form.
Another Astral Step. PYW
Dire's
ends up
top
going
tower
down
is
there
under
to
attack.
Somnus. They've got 4 heroes bottom.
Dire's structures are fortified.
If they want to try and take this tier 1 tower and pressure the lane. But
I mean,
Eurus taking the creep
tower
wave and
is
he'll
under
remnant
attack.
out of this bottom lane.
The BKB is going to be coming out in the Gyro here as well, so yeah, they're
Radiant's
definitely going to want to start
bottom
forcing
tower
fights
is
down
under attack.
towards this bot side. You know, they don't really take Roche massively well, so we might not see that from them. I think they just start running down lanes
Radiant's
at
bottom
towers.
tower has fallen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that.
And they kind of want to protect their mid-tier 1 as well. You see old 11 TPing in. There's just a catapult wave as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
PYW is still 900 gold away, 800 gold away from this Blink Dagger.
900
So-
NAMFs.
Gonna have the Blink Dagger now on Yang. Now he's 700.
Dire's top
I know
tower
my math.
Well,
Astral Step, and now the Icarus dive. Supernova's in a very good spot.
Radiant's bottom
I don't know if it was necessary, but it does secure them these kills. So TY, PYW both fall to Chalice, and at least from the looks of things, it doesn't look like Chalice is on any ping
Dire's
issues.
middle tower is under attack.
I told you just press E and take your hands off the keyboard. A-click down
Dire's
lane.
middle
It's fine.
tower has fallen.
But yeah, I mean, they're playing really well on LGD this game.
Dire's top tower
I am,
is
of course,
under
joking.
attack.
Doing a really good job so far. And like Vici will be feeling the pressure so hard on this map. And the problem is they don't really have a playmaker at this point in time. Like Ember has Vessel, but he doesn't really have anybody he can play with until Shaker gets Blink. There's nobody that just wants to go in and start the fight. Like this DK has just picked up Blink, but I don't know if it's going to be enough now that this Chalice Gyro has the BKB. Like he's a good 1,600 gold ahead of any of the other Radiant cores. Going to be going for that Axe next as well to increase his damage output. And I also think another big thing for me for LGD is look at the level difference between the position 4s. Like FY is almost level 10 on this Phoenix, which is pretty bonkers. He's been given some space in side lanes to be able to push out and farm levels. Oh, long range bullying. Like Yang really doesn't want to be just farming, right, with this blink that he's just picked up. But until Shaker has his, they can't. I feel like they should be giving PYW more farm priority at the moment to be able to pick up that blink. Now you're going to smoke up.
given some camps over in the jungle, but that's about it. He hasn't really been laning or farming any of the lanes. He's still a couple hundred gold away from picking up this Blink Dagger. You'd love to have it. He's then giving up a Nether Shawl over to Ember.
Dire are scanning.
And Ori's still... Yeah. I mean, you'd really love to have this Blink Dagger going into this fight. I don't know why Vici can't just wait. This feels like such an interesting exchange, but
Oh, well played.
there's the
Soft.
Dissimilate and the Fissure not going to land. So now they've got themselves the Dragon Tail, but this is already a little bit botched. They look for the Sinister Gaze. Do they have the damage on the Somnus? He'll Astral Step onto the low
Oh my
ground,
God,
and now
the egg with the
there's the
Rolling
Rolling Thunder. Old 11 comes in heavy. They get the kill on the DY and Yang.
Oh, we dodged the egg
Aether
stun.
Remnant. Oh, Jesus, Somnus. He ends up going down. They'll take out Eurus. It's a 3-for-1, potentially making it a 4th.
Casking 3.
BYW
Yeah.
TP's out. 3-for-1.
Was Chalice in that fight? I saw he used cooldown, but
He might have used it and dipped.
I was too busy looking at the amazing egg and the amazing slight dodge on the egg stun as well. That was pretty sick, considering I'm pretty sure it only hit one target as well. Probably one of the best Ember plays we've seen so far this tournament, but it doesn't mean anything. Never mind. Ori does have his BKB, by the way, and he did for that fight, but yeah. The thing is, like, they can't lock Somnus down for the whole duration, right? Like, they got the Xenophon to him, they used the Fear as well, but oh my god, Yang.
Ori's got a lot of damage here. He'll go after the backlines after taking out that Pangolier. X-Nova dies as well, so
Radiant's middle tower is
not
under attack.
bad. And if they can keep on this Gyrocopter, they have Echo Slam to go with this, and they're going to commit it. Chalice just in too deep. They get 3 kills there for Ori. That is huge for Vici.
I mean, Chalice popped BKB and just started chasing after a Lich. Why? I don't really understand. Like, he's just so disconnected from the rest of his team there. DY with the sick baits, looking juicy as a POS 5. He had boots, windlace, and faded brooch, so he was really quick as well. Chalice think it was going to be a little bit of an easier kill than it was. We'll blame it on the ping still, actually. It's fine.
There hasn't been a pause yet. You can't prove that.
Yeah, that's true. And I actually think as the game starts to get towards all the cores having BKBs, I think Vici are really heavily favoured. There's, like we said, there's no physical damage on LGD's side, and Ori has one. Yang's working towards one as well at the moment. He's still a little bit of a way off, but Ember's working for one as well. And he's relatively close. You know, he's only about 1,400 gold away. Like, imagine your LGD in a fight, right? And Vici go on you and they pop BKBs. What's your play?
Eurus, Yules, and the Aether Remnant. They get the lockdown, Resonant Pulse, Cask, and there is the ulti.
I
They
think.
got the Maledict down, so Ember...
Oh,
tick out.
Eurus. He tried to dodge it with Remnant, but it didn't work. He
Ooh,
used it too
X-Nova.
early.
Ooh.
Oh, Eurus. Did you see what he did? I don't know if the Observer caught it or not, but he went back to his Remnant and tried to dodge the last tick of Maledict by using another Remnant. And it, just as he landed at the next one, it popped. Poor guy.
Oh. Think of the timings.
I'm pretty sure it was the last tick of Maledict. It might have been the second to last. So. To be fair, Witch Doctor's one of those heroes that you don't play a massive amount of games against, right? And Maledict isn't easy to guess. Like, it's all due to feel, right? So it can be difficult to dodge.
Somnus spots them. They've got the Yules again. With the Aether Remnant, this is going to be a kill onto the Earthshaker.
There was a kill. But Ori is finding his way back into this game, by the way, and I love how he understands that they have no physical damage, so he goes Mask of Madness. So, like, he pops BKB, drains the gyro, and uses Mask of Madness, and he's going to take away so much of the damage from him.
As long as he can survive, take all that damage, he could really turn around. It's a little bit of what we saw in that bottom fight. He took a bunch of damage and then chased the supports.
Mm-hmm. And he has the talent as well at level 15 to take more damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I actually think at this point in the game, Ori's probably the biggest threat on the map. Because he has this BKB, obviously, now.
Oh, Yules again, but there's the Maledict as well as the ulti. It's not going to be enough damage to get the kill onto the DK immediately. Fissure flies through, and now the Razor, Ori...
Top tower has fallen.
I can't believe Ori... I can't believe Ori didn't use BKB when he saw the Rolling Thunder coming in over the top of him. Like, they knew there were all these heroes just behind that went on the DK before, right? And then he pops it just before he dies. So he even uses the BKB charge anyway. Oh, mid lane, Echo.
Slam comes in. Chain Frost, do they have it? With the Dragon Tail, they've got the lockdown to get the kill on a Somnus.
The Winter Warrior ends you.
Yeah, and I think they were looking at trying to go Roche there on LGD, but with Somnus dying,
Moon of
I
illusion.
don't think anymore.
Not even certain Vici can do Roche themselves once the Razor is up.
I love how Ori dies like that just after I say he's the biggest threat on the map as well. Thanks, Ori.
Dies in the least threatening way.
Yeah. Why couldn't you just back me up this once? Uh, 500 gold for BKB on the DK now. So he's getting real close. Does Ember have his yet? Yeah, he does. Coming out in the courier now, going for Radiance next, which I really like.
Thing is, this Razor BKB is already 7 seconds.
True.
That's so low for just 25 minutes into the game.
You have to remember that the reason they've actually still in this game is because he did buy BKB first, right? Like,
Yeah.
Otherwise, this LGD side would have just like actually ruined them in team fights. Like this BKB's actually done a decent amount. So even though it's sad that it's a lower duration than it could have been. Oh,
Astro Step as well as the Yules. That pulls in Ori again. And Ori's going to pop the BKB. Cast bouncing around, but it's not doing anything. Now they'll focus on X-Nova. Supernova is down. Can they at least stop this? PYW is dead. The Remnant away. They'll get away from the Supernova stun. And a good slide as well as another Remnant from Eurus. Homing Missile coming in. Swashbuckle misses. There's the Blink as well as the Dragon Tail. They've got the Sun Ray to keep this Pangolier alive, but one Chain Frost doesn't chain anything. Yang pops his BKB, Side of Searing Chains coming through onto the Phoenix. They'll get the kill on FY. Now they'll look for the rest. Ori comes back in with a
Link
BKB pop by Chalice. And now they might be able to get the kill onto the Gyro. This would be massive if they could take out Chalice. Chalice on the run, but the Breathe Fire at the end gets the kill. And somehow Yang gets the kill on the Chalice, and Vici turned that whole fight around. That looked like it was going to be a disaster for them.
yeah, that fight looked so bad for Vici though, right? Because Ori, when he got gone in the first place and popped his BKB, he used Mask of Madness before using Link. So like the gyro was, he just had to TP away. There was nothing he could do. But this is exactly what I mean about the BKBs. DK pops his BKB and stands there, and LGD are like, oh, there's a dragon with magic immune. What do we do? And yeah, Yang just stands there and starts hitting them the whole time. He's actually level 18 now. Mid lane as well. They're going on the Ember.
Going on the Ember once again, and that is just really unfair whenever Rolling Thunder is up to have that Yules, Aether Remnant, and then the Rolling Thunder.
He just gets 100 to 0 in a chain stun. It's really well executed by LGD. Good spell usage. Like if he gets his BKB off on Ember, he's fine, but unfortunately, not always as simple as that.
Scanning.
LG going to go into the pit now, try and take the Roche a little bit easier because they have the Fire Spirits, but they also have the Lucky Shot on Pango as well. So they don't take a huge amount of damage
Those
from Roche.
just happen quickly enough, though.
Yang's going to try and go in here.
Yang goes in, dissimulate. And the cask isn't going to bounce, so now that stun's on cooldown for a little bit.
I think, yeah, LGD
9 seconds.
LGD have to be really scared here, though, because Ember's now back in the game as well. They really wanted to kill it before he came back up. And if I was Vici, I actually wouldn't be too worried about fighting in the pit. Playing against Egg and Rolling Thunder, which is a bit of a worry, but they probably want to both teams take a fight before going into the Roche pit. It's a lot safer. Both teams just scouting out the area. This DK now has plate mail as well, by the way. He's going AC. Young's pretty
Courier
farmed.
coming in. Trying to figure out... Oh, good Aether Remnant. PYW and Fisher onto 2. Actually blocks Old 11 out. Now they've got themselves the Brook as well as the Dragon Tail. Ori taking a lot of damage away from him. They'll get the kill on Old 11. Now they'll look for the rest. BKB's been popped by Euros onto the backlines, going after X Nova, but they got the kill on PYW, who doesn't get that Echo Slam off. Sight finishes off X Nova, and they've bought back on all these heroes. They found themselves Somnus, the Dissimilate onto the low ground, but Eurus is there with the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains. Mules trying to survive. Resonant Pulse, Fissure on the edge. They get the kill onto this Void Spirit, and he is gone for 65 seconds.
Yeah, and it's so difficult. Like, FY couldn't even get the egg off that fight because there was just no position to ever use it. And without the Somnus, Old 11's going to try and commit into the pit here, but they're just going to kite him around.
Evacuate.
Like, DK still has BKB up,
Dragon Tail, Chalice, and now the Icarus dive as well as the Supernova. They're going to focus this. Ori's got the BKB, so this Supernova is just not getting off. They get the kill there on FY. He'll buy back immediately. BKB being popped by Yang. There's the Chain Frost bouncing around onto the Gyro. Nowhere back to Old 11, and the Echo Slam committed. Chalice goes down. They look over at Old 11, who brought back in the previous engagement. They will get the kill into the Pangolier. They'll take him out for 77 seconds with no buyback.
They really want the egg.
And FY has to run.
Oh boy, they just can't fight into the BKBs. Like, it's impossible for them. Yang held his for so long, that fight, that he used it when he went back on the gyrocopter on the high ground again. Like, after they initially went into the Roach pit, so... Boy, and Ori's nearly got a butterfly on this Razor. So, like, it's not just about the BKBs anymore, but the evasion coming through from him and the damage output. He's actually got it, wow. I didn't even see the items on the courier. Tier 3 items coming out now after the crazy Roche fight. And look at the gold net worth graph this game. Like, the last 5 minutes just has everything about the BKB timings that you need to know.
Jesus. LGD have now fallen behind 8,000 net worth. I mean, this is Vici really showing up to play here. And I don't know if anybody, even ourselves included, would have expected a 2-0 like that. If it does finish out this way, of course. Orb of Destruction. So some minus armor there for Razor as he also finishes off this this butterfly. He dismantles the Mask of Madness, gets the Morbid Mask, now going into the Satanic, has the butterfly.
Oh,
BKB, it is at 5 seconds.
I completely forgot he had the potential to disassemble the Mask of Madness. It's my mistake. Oh, he's so tanky now. Especially when he gets that Satanic. Like, it's going to be... Oh, they found Domnus. Oh, dodges the Dragon Tail stun. Oh, that was close.
Fisher still comes in. You look at that damage that they've got.
They're just going to push the tower, though. Like, you can't stop the Dragon, unfortunately. They might even just poke away at the tier 3 mid here. Chalice has Rapier queued up, by the way, which I don't think they have a choice. Like, they need more physical damage, and I think if they lose one more fight before then, the game's going to be almost impossibly hard.
Radiant are scanning.
100 gold off the Ags on Ember as well. We've seen Jin-Q already on this hero today. Perform some...
Eurus might want to just leave.
Yeah. Did we talk about the Ags on Void Spirit? I can't remember.
Not really, but it hasn't really felt effective. He picked it up a while ago, and I'm pretty sure he had it in the fight that they lost over by the secret shop.
It feels like Somnus is getting picked off at the start of every single fight, right? So we don't really feel the effect from the Void Spirit at all. He has Orb of Destruction on this Razor, by the way, as well. I think Ori is my favourite Razor player to watch. Like he's always so solid. Like, considering the start of this game, do you remember how he got bullied so hard in that mid lane? Like, he was pretty far behind on net worth. His recovery has been pretty impressive. He's now top of the net worth chart.
Ori closing in on potentially having that Reaver. He's got this Aegis, and Elder Dragon form is up. Everything is here for the side of Vici to potentially make a finishing charge down into the base of LGD.
They have the Aegis left for, what, just over a minute, right?
Yeah, a minute 10.
And there's an AC on the DK, so they might try and push high ground here, but depends how confident they feel. There's actually no LGD heroes ready. They might not be expecting this. And this tower's going to melt really quickly unless they get here fast.
They've glyphed, they've TP'd back. Now let's see what they can accomplish. You see Earthshaker sitting back, hoping to get himself an Echo Slam.
Yeah,
and he needs to be careful of his positioning, but they've got themselves the Fissure that hits on Axe Nova. They're getting the kill onto the Witch Doctor. He's dead for 45, no buyback. Tier 3 tower continuing to get low. Swashbuckle from old 11. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. That locks up this Pangolier, and they will take the tier 3. They've still got themselves 30 seconds left on the Aegis, but the timing could land perfectly for LGD if they get the perfect fight. However, this is to say if they get the perfect fight. 4v5, Echo Slam committed, and Somnus is already dead. He'll buy back immediately. The BKB's been popped by Yang as well as PYW. And now they're going to go back in. Ori moving forward with the static link onto Chalice, sending him back to the base. Astral Step, and this Aegis will be used just 4 seconds before it would have timed out. So he does have that second life capability as he goes after this Phoenix, and now they'll get the kill on FY.
No buyback.
He does not have buyback, down for 78 seconds. Astral Step forward, BKB's been popped by Eurus. Chain Frost coming around, bouncing on the creeps over to Chalice, back in. Old 11 goes down, and now they look over at Chalice. He's gone for 70, no buyback. Cast bounces, PYW surviving, has the Essence Ring and the Blink away. X Nova goes down, the only one left alive is Somnus, and this might just be the call.
Oh my god, he's going for him.
Forward, and Mules just surviving.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if LGD don't call it here, to be honest. I feel like Vici have done so well this game. Maybe they feel like they've got one more fight in them. But
Satanic.
FY has really struggled to get good eggs off this game. We saw the one good one, I think, like towards that bot lane, tier 2 on the Radiant. It's okay. But like in the last 10-15 minutes or so, maybe, I don't think we've seen a like that one out the Roche pit died instantly. But apart from that, have we even seen an egg?
For the dead.
Not since that egg over by the Roche pit, I don't believe.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Feels like he's really struggling to get into a position where he feels like the egg's going to actually change the fight.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
At least coming into this, egg will be level 3.
True.
Or it should be.
It also feels like he's been trying to build the Shivas for the whole game. Almost like he got that vessel at a really good timing, and then he just went
Somnus
Shivas.
might be in trouble.
Oh, Yang has blink stun. And
Ori trying to sniff him out.
Oh no!
Ori shows himself.
Oh, Yang might catch him here anyway, though. Nice. He's going to disappear. Ori's so fucked. Oh.
Going Daedalus next.
He might even change his mind. Yeah, I was going to say. And go for something a little bit different that makes him even tankier. And he goes for the Skadi. At least queues it up. A Timeless Relic on the Ember Spirit as well. Tier 4 Spell Prism.
And the Spell Prism.
What in the world? Do you take that on Shaker, maybe, I guess? Chalice still has a Faded Brooch, by the way. He's like, I don't want to get rid of it.
It puts the Searing Chains down to 8 seconds. Slight at 4.8.
But yeah, I think the cooldown's better than the spell damage and the debuff duration on Ember.
Earthshaker's been enjoying this Essence Ring too.
He's got Octarine queued up on Ember, remember, as well. He had it before he even got that item, and he's certainly going to be looking towards it now to stack up that cooldown reduction. Oh, Leveler on DK as well. I mean, they've got the 3 of the best tier 3 items so far.
And he just hits that Ags.
Tier 4
So he's got the Black Dragon.
Oh my god, Yang's... I don't know how Yang dies anymore. I know I've said that a few times in some games with Cast and they just die straight away, but he's actually unbelievably tanky. Because like the high armor and then he has the BKB. Like, how do they ever kill Yang? Because they can't 100 to 0 him. It's 3,700 HP, right? And LGD is just stuck in their base and slowly getting out farmed, unfortunately. They might even just wait for the second Roche on Vici if they feel like it's necessary.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Somnus is in the trees. And Remnants looking towards the back of this fight. And X-Nova is just dispatched so quickly. Dissimulating the Astral Step just to get away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And so they have the numbers advantage. As if, I'm not even sure they needed it on Vici, but they're going to go here. Here comes the Black Dragon.
Oh my Dragon God. Form, and there's the Dragon Tail. And the Echo Slam, bringing it down onto Somnus and Chalice. They're gone immediately. They'll buy back on the Gyrocopter, but realistically, it's not looking good for LGD. They'll try one last time. He's bought back. He's popped the BKB, but with the BKB, he's just running back into the base. They'll call GG. The Supernova's finally down again, but that will be taken care of. And it'll be a full team wipe for Vici as they take the series 2-0 over LGD.
I thought, personally, this series was going to be a lot closer than it ended up being, but Vici turned up today. They were really something. Like, even this game, when they were losing towards the start of the game, they didn't fall too far behind. And they understood that when the BKBs came online, they were going to be so much stronger. Their teamfight executions were perfect ever since they got the BKBs. I don't think they put a foot wrong almost the whole time. And yeah, this Void Spirit looked really good at the start, but it fell off really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, Ori on this race is definitely my MVP, I think. But they just basically had, like... Ori and Yang were just